Hello class! It's been a while since we covered American English File, 2nd edition, Book 4. Now this is part 8b, Breaking News. Yeah, so today we're going to talk about media, news, and at the same time we're going to cover some vocabulary about the media. And as for grammar, we're going to work on reporting verbs. Well, if you're ready, I know you've been asking for this. So if you're ready, let's practice together. So before we start the session, let's do a little speaking together. Talk to a partner. Yes, you and your friend. How do you usually find out the latest news, what the weather is going to be like, for example, tomorrow or 2 days later, and sports reports and game scores, what's on TV, your horoscope, movie and book reviews, job and classified ads, advertisements. And which section of a newspaper do you usually read? Which sections do you usually skip? Politics, sports, crime, business, foreign news, celebrity gossip, food and lifestyle, local and national news. And as for last part, what stories are in the news right now in your country? Well, it's your gig. Take your time and speak with your partner. Share as much information as possible. It's your gig. Nice, good discussions. Now, look at the photo and the headline from a news story. Love at first bite. So, what do you think this story is about? Take your guess. Write down your guesses. Yeah, no rush. Now I need you to listen to the story and tell me, were you right? Yeah, it's a tiger and a snowman. Well, let's see.
4.38 And for our last story today, have you ever wondered what it would be like to be eaten by a tiger? Well, now we know, thanks to Sundari, a 7-year-old Siberian tiger living at Longleat Safari Park. Last week, when it snowed, the zookeepers decided to build some snowmen to entertain the tigers, and they hid a tiny video camera inside one of the snowmen to video the tigers' reactions. At first, the tigers just sniffed at the snowman, but then one of them, named Sundari, began attacking the snowman and started to eat it and the camera. However, she didn't like the taste of the camera, so after a while she spat it out. Amazingly, the camera hadn't stopped recording and was still working when the zookeepers recovered it. The video that the hidden camera had taken was incredible. For the first time, you could feel what it would be like to be attacked by a tiger and see its open mouth coming at you and see its enormous razor-sharp teeth and its rough tongue. In fact, a spokesman for the safari park said that the shots of Sundari's teeth were so clear that it gave them the chance to do a quick health check on her mouth, gums, and teeth.
So it's a story about a tiger who ate a tiny video camera keepers had to put in a snowman. Now, I need you to listen again and answer the questions. If you already know the answer to these questions, well, you can skip it. No problem. But hey, I have to play it for you guys. So if it's boring, you can scroll down to the next part. Let's go.
4.38 And for our last story today, have you ever wondered what it would be like to be eaten by a tiger? Well, now we know, thanks to Sundari, a 7-year-old Siberian tiger living at Longleat Safari Park. Last week, when it snowed, the zookeepers decided to build some snowmen to entertain the tigers, and they hid a tiny video camera inside one of the snowmen to video the tigers' reactions. At first, the tigers just sniffed at the snowman, but then one of them, named Sundari, began attacking the snowman and started to eat it and the camera. However, she didn't like the taste of the camera, so after a while she spat it out. Amazingly, the camera hadn't stopped recording and was still working when the zookeepers recovered it. The video that the hidden camera had taken was incredible. For the first time, you could feel what it would be like to be attacked by a tiger and see its open mouth coming at you and see its enormous razor-sharp teeth and its rough tongue. In fact, a spokesman for the safari park said that the shots of Sundari's teeth were so clear that it gave them the chance to do a quick health check on her mouth, gums, and teeth.
Alright, check your answers with your friends. So who's Sundari and how old is she? Well, obviously Sundari is a 7-year-old Siberian tiger living at Longleat Safari Park. Okay, why did the zookeepers build snowmen? Well, to entertain the tigers. And what was inside one of the snowmen? Well, a tiny video camera. And what did Sundari do when she saw the snowman? She ate it. And why is the video recorded on the camera very unusual? Well, because you could feel what it would be like to be attacked by a tiger and see its open mouth, its enormous sharp teeth, and its rough tongue. And what useful information did the zookeepers get from the video? Well, they could see what it would be like to be eaten by a tiger, and they were able to give Sundari's mouth, gums, and teeth a quick health check. It was that good. Interesting, very good. But we're not done yet. I have 2 other stories for you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, look at the photos and headlines from 2 more stories that I told you about. Lost tourist finds herself, and next one, dog calls for help. What do you think they are about? Write your guesses. We're going to check them. Lost tourist finds herself. Okay, let's read it together. More than 50 people were involved in a search and rescue operation in the volcanic region of Eldija or something, Eldiha, in South Iceland on Saturday. I'm very bad with names. Police were called to the area after it was reported that a female member of a tour group that was traveling around the region had failed to return to the bus. The tourist was described as being of Asian origin, aged 20 to 30 years old and about 5 feet 3 inches. She was wearing dark clothing and spoke fluent English. The police asked for a helicopter to assist the rescue operation, but it was too foggy for it to fly. So the police, helped by the tourists themselves, began to look for the missing woman on foot. The search continued through the night, but at 3 in the morning, the search was called off when it was discovered that the missing woman was not only alive and well, but was actually assisting the search.
Damn!
What had happened was that the woman had gotten off the bus for some fresh air and had changed her clothes. Because of that, other people didn't recognize her and thought that she was missing. The tour organizer had counted the tourists, but had miscounted. Police said that the woman had not recognized that the description of the missing person was her. The police said she didn't realize that she was the person everybody, including herself, was searching for until several hours later. Well, I gotta tell you, that was very strange, but funny at the same time. But I have another one for you. Remember that dog? Dog calls for help. Dogs are often called man's best friend because they sometimes help save their owner's life. But George, a 2-year-old Basset Hound in Yorkshire in the north of England, managed to save his own life by dialing 999. Okay, interesting. George had been left at home on his own and had knocked the phone on the floor. He became entangled, oh I like that word, entangled, with the cord of the phone and was choking. Somehow he must have touched the number 9 key of the phone with his paws a few times, and as a result, he dialed the UK emergency number 999. All the operator could hear was the sound of somebody choking and breathing heavily. So she sent the police to the house. The police got in with the help of a neighbor, Paul Walker, who had a spare key. To their amazement, they found George with the cord around his neck. He was absolutely terrified and couldn't free himself. They quickly pulled the phone cord out of the wall. Mr. Walker said it was incredible. You could see his paw print on the key of the phone. He literally saved his own life. George's owner, Steve Brown, and his daughter Lydia, 18, were as amazed as everybody else. Lydia said, "It is not as if George is particularly smart. In fact, he's really foolish. He just likes to chew socks most of the time." Well, looking at this dog certainly guarantees that it's not a very smart dog, if you know what I mean. All right, some funny stories, some jokes, and now we're going to go to the grammar part, reporting verbs. But before that, I have another story for you, and it's called Chicken Fight. All right, look at these two chefs. Yeah. Now, looks like they're somehow beefing together. They're fighting with each other. But why? Read the story and tell me what's this about? And how did they solve their problem? How did they resolve the dispute? Okay, this is your gig. I'll be waiting.
A few moments later.
All right, it's my turn now. Two chefs got into a fight last week after Andrew Palmer accused Geoff Lewis, or I said Jeff. I would say Jeff. I'm very bad with names. Of stealing one of his recipes and publishing it in a local newspaper. Andrew Palmer, 28, claimed that he had invented the dish of cold chicken with strawberry mayonnaise at his gastropub, the Pine Tree Tavern. However, restaurant chef Geoff Lewis, 30, who writes a weekly newspaper column on cooking, denied copying the recipe and said that the dish was his own creation. So the local newspaper, the Beacon Gazette, invited both chefs to prepare the dish at their offices to see whose recipe it really was. They agreed to come, and the cook-off took place yesterday. Newspaper staff tried both dishes and unanimously declared Andrew's to be the winner. Jeff's dish was said to be lacking in flavor, and later admitted having seen the dish on the menu at Andrew's pub, and he has offered to publish an apology in the following issue of the Gazette. In any case, he said later, "I've decided that it works better with raspberry." All right. So, two chefs got into a fight about a dish that they both said that they had invented. The newspaper invited both chefs to prepare the dish at the restaurant. Newspaper staff ate both dishes and voted for Andrew's dish. Okay, very good. Now, there are some highlighted words. Let's look at them. Accused Geoff Lewis of stealing, denied copying the recipe, invited both chefs to prepare the dish, agreed to come, admitted having seen the dish, offered to publish an apology. Okay, so match these, they have numbers, match these with these meanings. Let's go. So, I'll say sorry, offered to publish an apology. It's not true. That's number 2, denied copying the recipe. Okay, I did see it there. Okay, that's 5. Admitted having seen the dish. Would you like to make it for us? That's 3. Invited both chefs to prepare the dish. Okay, we'll do it. Number 4, agreed to come. And last one, you stole it. That's number 1. Accused Geoff Lewis of stealing. All right, very good. You've got the basics. And now, ladies and gentlemen, reporting verbs. Listen carefully.
4.39. 1. Jack offered to drive me to the airport.
I promise not to tell anybody.
2. The doctor advised me to rest.
I persuaded my sister not to go out with Max.
3. I apologized for being so late.
The police accused Carl of stealing the car.
All right. To report what other people have said, you can use say or a specific verb. For example, I'll drive you to the airport. Jack said that he would drive me to the airport. Jack offered to drive me to the airport. Okay? Now, number 1, with infinitive. Agree to do something. Offer to do something. Promise to do something. Now, number 2, plus a person or infinitive. Advise somebody to do it, to do something, or not to do something. Convince someone. And next one, plus ing form. Apologize for doing something. Insist on doing something. Now I need you to take a screenshot from this page because what we're going to do is to practice them. All right, let's go. As always, I have two sets of exercises for you. Complete with the gerund or infinitive of the verb in parentheses. For example, look, the auto mechanic advised me to buy a new car. So it's either infinitive, to plus the verb, or ing, gerund. Okay, very good. Now, in the part B, complete using a reporting verb from the list and the correct form of the verb in parentheses. Use an object where necessary. Look, Diana said to me, I'll take you to the train station. Diana offered to take me to the train station. So as you can see in here, offered is crossed out. Okay, now this is your gig. Take your time and do it. You can stop the video. You have all the time in the world. And if you're ready, well, let's do it with me. Number one, Jamie insisted on paying for the meal. Number two, Lauren has agreed to work late next week. Number three, I warned Suki not to walk through the park at night. Number four, the man admitted stealing the woman's bag. Number five, the doctor advised Louisa to give up drinking coffee. Number six, the boss persuaded Jisoo not to leave the company. Number seven, Freya accused me of trying to steal or having tried to steal her boyfriend. Number eight, I apologized to Sophia for not remembering her birthday. Number nine, were you able to convince your parents to come tonight instead of tomorrow? And last one, my neighbor denies damaging my car, but I'm sure it was him. Okay, next set. Ryan said, let's go for a walk. It's a beautiful day. So Ryan suggested going for a walk. Number two, you copied Anna's exam, the teacher said to him. The teacher accused him of copying Anna's exam. Number three, Sam's neighbor told him, I'll call the police if you have another party. Sam's neighbor threatened to call the police if he had another party. Number four, the children said, we're not going to bed, it's too early. The children refused to go to bed. Number five, Raman said to me, would you like to have dinner with me? Raman invited me to have dinner with him. Number six, Molly said to Jack, don't forget to call the electrician. Molly reminded Jack to call the electrician. Number seven, Ricky said, I'll never do it again. Ricky promised never to do it again. And number eight, Sarah said, you have to try Giacobazzi's. It's a fantastic restaurant. Sarah recommended trying Giacobazzi's. She said it was fantastic. So, reporting verbs. That's all there is to it. All the way to part 3. Pronunciation, word stress. Now, first of all, look at the 2-syllable reporting verbs in the list. All of them except 4 are stressed on the second syllable. Circle the 4 exceptions. Okay? Very good. Now listen and check.
4.40. Accuse.
Repeat.
Admit.
Admit.
Advise.
Agree.
Convince.
Deny.
Insist.
Invite.
Offer.
Order.
Persuade.
Promise.
Refuse.
Regret.
Remind.
Suggest.
Threaten.
All right, so accuse, admit, advise, agree, convince, deny, insist, invite, offer. There's one of them. Order. Okay, persuade, promise, refuse, regret, remind, suggest, threaten. All right? Very good. Now, I need you to complete the sentences below with the correct reporting verb in past tense. I repeat, in past tense. Okay, very good. I'll make some coffee. He offered to make some coffee. Okay, the rest is yours. Take your time and do it. Okay, there's no rush. I've got your back. Now, if you're ready, let's listen and check. Let's go.
4.41. 1. He offered to make some coffee. 2.
He refused to go.
3. He agreed to help me. 4.
He promised to call me.
5. He reminded me to lock the door. 6.
He advised me to buy a new car.
7. He invited me to have dinner. 8.
He denied breaking the window.
9. He admitted stealing the money. 10.
He regretted marrying Susan.
11. He suggested going to a dance club. 12.
The police accused him of stealing the laptop.
Okay, as easy as that. Now you can pronounce the reporting verbs in the best way possible, and you can also use them all the way to part 4. Well done, I'm proud of you. Now, reading and vocabulary. The media. Oh, one of my favorite words, media. So you're going to read an extract from 24 Hours in Journalism. And it's showing what 6 different people are doing between 6 and 8 in the morning. Match the extracts with the kind of journalists below. So we have from 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 6. And we have 6 items. Well, this is your gig. I'll be waiting. Take your time, read it, and do it.
6.5 hours later.
All right, check your answers with your friends. So, number 1, the online editor of the magazine, Mary Claire. Number 2, a radio newscaster. Number 3, a war reporter. Number 4, a paparazzo, el paparazzi. And number 5, a freelance journalist. And number 6, an advice columnist. Okay, very good. Now, in the next part, you're going to read the extracts again and choose the best option, A, B, or C, to fill in the blanks. Again, it's your turn. Time for me to wait.
12 seconds later.
Back to the game. So let's see. When reporter and author John Dale wanted to show his readers what life of a journalist was really like, he wrote to journalists from all different types of media and asked them to describe a typical day in their working life. 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. Okay, number 1. Helen Russell wakes up excited with a Frank Sinatra song running through her head like a mantra. New York, New York. And the first thing she reaches for is her BlackBerry. Who uses those anymore? She has all her complex life locked up in that electronic matchbox. Well manicured fingers tap keys, and she starts looking at her calendar. She sees meetings. In her head, Helen is already choosing the wardrobe she needs to wear to look like her readers would like to look themselves. Okay. When you're this kind of journalist, you have to look glamorous. Okay, not bad. You're listening to Today on Radio 4 with Justin Webb and James Naughty. Is that a last name? Naughty? Okay. The headlines this morning, the Chancellor has warned that the row about paying bonuses threatens to put jobs at risk. But Labour have accused him of putting the economy into reverse. A new report says that old people who need care have been let down by social services that pass them around like a parcel. Anything happening? 2 IEDs have exploded this morning. What's IED? How many have you found? 14. It's a bad start to the day and a warning. Somerville climbs into an armored vehicle. It's a dangerous assignment. Although he is used to that, his life is one of bloody headlines. Wherever he is, that's the big story. The army convoy moves forward. Somerville knows it's not if another bomb will go off, it's when. A limousine sweeps along Wilshire Boulevard, Los Angeles, and turns in between the palm trees that mark the driveway of an undistinguished chain hotel. It pulls up, and a uniformed commissioner steps forward and reaches for the handle of the rear door. He pulls it open, and a woman's legs appear. He recognizes her face and says, "Good evening, madam." The woman smiles and walks through the door into the lobby. Outside, on the hotel grounds, a man carrying several large cameras makes a call on his cell phone. She is here. Okay, number 5, Samantha Booth gets out of bed, goes into the kitchen and makes the first coffee of the day. She sits at her computer and opens her emails. Give me work, give me work. She's been sending out lots of ideas, hoping that at least one of her stories would be accepted. She scrolls down the screen. Nothing. Zilch. Samantha is starting to feel sidelined. She turns on the TV and stares at the news, hardly taking it in. Why don't editors reply? Okay, last set. While organizing her 3 children for school, Katie Fraser turns on her computer. She leads dozens of Facebook groups dealing with everything, from drugs to abandoned wives to panic attacks and premature babies. She checks her messages. The first one says, "I've had enough of feeling like this now. Doctors keep giving me pills, but they don't work." Okay? Fraser has to take the dog for a walk as well as her kids ready for school. "Come on, everyone," she keeps saying. "Time to go." Okay, very good. Very nice. Not bad. And now, to the vocabulary, the media. I need you to put these in these. Take your time. Do it. And if you're ready, well, check in with me. Let's go.
4.43 Journalists and people in the media. 1,
Critic.
2,
Sports commentator.
3,
Reporter.
4,
Editor.
5,
News anchor.
All right.
6,
Freelance journalist.
7,
Newscaster.
8,
Paparazzi.
Okay.
9.
You're doing great.
Advice columnist.
Yeah. And that's what we call journalists and people in media, but it's not finished yet. Follow me. And now, adjectives to describe the media. Okay, your turn again. You need to match A, B, C, D, E to 1, 2, 5. Okay, this is your gig, and if you're ready, well, let's check.
4.44 Adjectives to describe the media. 1. D. The reporting in the paper was very sensational. 2. E.
The news on Channel 12 is really biased.
3. B. I think the New York Times is the most objective of the Sunday papers. 4. A.
The movie review was very accurate.
5. C. I think the report was censored.
Okay, so sensational, biased, objective, accurate, censored. As easy as that. And this is the last part of the vocabulary. Yes, of course. So the language of the headlines. All right, you got it. So again, you have to match these with these. Take your time, do it. And if you're ready, well, do it with me. Let's go.
4.45 The language of headlines. 1. A.
Famous actress in restaurant bill spat.
2. E.
Team manager to quit after shocking defeat.
3. G.
Prince to wed 18-year-old TV soap star.
4. L. President backs senator in latest scandal. 5. I.
Tarantino tab to direct new thriller.
6. B.
Thousands of jobs axed by U.S. companies.
7. K.
Stock market hit by oil fears.
8. C.
Police quiz witness in murder trial.
9. D.
Astronaut bids to be first man on Mars.
10. J.
Politicians clash over new car tax proposal.
11. H. Tennis star vows to avenge defeat. 12. F. Actor and wife split over affair with cleaner.
All right, very good. And that's it for the vocabulary regarding media. Great, so far so good. Now you know the vocabulary, you can use the reporting verbs, okay, and you know about the news. But you know about it, let's speak about it, shall we? Okay, in small groups, you and your friends, speak about these questions. For example, do you have a favorite newscaster, movie or TV critic, sports writer or commentator, TV or radio host, newspaper journalist? Okay, and what do you like about them? Are there any that you can't stand, you hate? Which newspaper, TV channels or radio stations in your country do you think are biased or reliable or sensational? Is there much censorship in your country? And look at the topics below and decide if you personally agree or disagree with them. Then in your group, discuss them. For example, what is the majority opinion on each topic? It's not acceptable for journalists to listen in on politicians' phone calls and hack into their email accounts. Or the print newspaper is dead. We will soon read all our news online. I agree with this one. Celebrities have to accept that the media publishes stories and photos about their private lives. That is the price they pay for being rich and famous. Okay, you have the basics. Speak with your friends. Share your ideas, but hey, don't fight. Don't fight. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the last set of today's lesson. Look at the photo of 6 celebrities. Do you know anything about them? Listen to an interview with Jennifer Bull, one of the paparazzi who works in Hollywood area. Why are the celebrities mentioned? Okay, this is your gig. Listen and take your notes.
4.46
Brad Pitt said recently, "They call my kids by their names. They shove cameras in their faces. I really believe there should be a law against it." He was talking, of course, about paparazzi. But are the paparazzi really as bad as Brad Pitt says they are? Today in the studio with me is Jennifer Bull, who is an actual, is it paparazzi or paparazzo?
Paparazzo for a man, paparazza for a woman. Paparazzi is the plural.
So, Jennifer, are you good, bad, or in between?
Well, I think I'm a good girl, but some people would probably not like me.
A lot of people say there's a working relationship between celebrities and paparazzi. Would you say that was true? That celebrities actually tell you where they're going to be?
Yes, of course. That happens all the time.
Uh-huh.
But I think that's what a lot of the public doesn't realize. You know, people shout at us and insult us when there's a big crowd of us around. Let's say Britney Spears or Lindsay Lohan. I just want to tell them that they called us. After we've sold the photos, we split the money between the stars and us.
I've often thought that must be true. I mean, nobody just goes to the gym with their hair done and makeup on unless they're actually expecting to be photographed.
Exactly. But don't get me wrong. It's not like all the celebrities want to be photographed. If a celebrity wants to go out and avoid the paparazzi, it's pretty easy to do. Celebrities that don't like it rarely get photographed. They very rarely get photographed.
Give me some examples of celebrities who genuinely don't want to be photographed. Like, who really hates it?
Julia Roberts hates it. Kate Bosworth hates it.
Are photos of them worth more money if they hate it?
It depends. No, not necessarily. Because they don't get photographed often, then nobody sees them in magazines, and they lose interest in them because they become boring.
What shot have you taken that you got the most money for?
Probably one of the shots that sold the best that I didn't expect, didn't even know, was Paris Hilton carrying the Bible right before she went to jail. There were lots of paparazzi there, but I was the only one that got the Bible.
Do you think we need stricter laws to keep paparazzi away?
There are already enough laws. We don't need more laws or anti-paparazzi laws or anything else. There are places where celebrities can go to where they know they won't be followed, and places where they know they will be.
For example?
We don't go into restaurants, we don't go into stores, and of course we don't go into people's homes. That's private property. But a beach or a park isn't.
So you don't think that being followed and photographed by the paparazzi is really stressful for celebrities?
I think there are only a few people for whom it's really and truly stressful. I'd say that in most cases, the star not only doesn't mind, but has actually told the paparazzi, "This is where I'm going to be this afternoon."
Fascinating. Thank you very much for coming into the studio. Jennifer Boole, everybody.
All right, very good. So, Brad Pitt doesn't like the paparazzi. 2 and 3, Britney Spears and Lindsay Lohan call paparazzi to tell them where they are going and then get money from the photos taken. Oh, interesting. Jennifer Boole got the most money from a photo she took of Paris Hilton going into jail carrying a Bible. All right. And Julia Roberts and Kate Bosworth hate being photographed by paparazzi. All right, very good. Now we're going to listen again and check the things that Jennifer says. All right, if you don't need to listen, skip. I'll play it again.
4.46.
Brad Pitt said recently, "They call my kids by their names. They shove cameras in their faces. I really believe there should be a law against it." He was talking, of course, about paparazzi. But are the paparazzi really as bad as Brad Pitt says they are? Today in the studio with me is Jennifer Boole, who is an actual, is it paparazzi or paparazzo?
Paparazzo for a man, paparazza for a woman. Paparazzi is the plural.
So, Jennifer, are you good, bad, or in between?
Well, I think I'm a good girl, but some people would probably not like me.
A lot of people say there's a working relationship between celebrities and paparazzi. Would you say that was true? That celebrities actually tell you where they're going to be?
Yes, of course. That happens all the time. But I think that's what a lot of the public doesn't realize. You know, people shout at us and insult us when there's a big crowd of us around. Let's say Britney Spears or Lindsay Lohan. I just want to tell them that they called us. After we've sold the photos, we split the money between the stars and us.
I've often thought that must be true. I mean, Nobody just goes to the gym with their hair done and makeup on unless they're actually expecting to be photographed.
Exactly. But don't get me wrong. It's not like all the celebrities want to be photographed. If a celebrity wants to go out and avoid the paparazzi, it's pretty easy to do. Celebrities that don't like it rarely get photographed. They very rarely get photographed.
Give me some examples of celebrities who genuinely don't want to be photographed. Like, who really hates it?
Julia Roberts hates it. Kate Bosworth hates it.
Are photos of them worth more money if they hate it?
It depends. No, not necessarily. Because they don't get photographed often, then nobody sees them in magazines, and they lose interest in them because they become boring.
What shot have you taken that you got the most money for?
Probably one of the shots that sold the best that I didn't expect, didn't even know, was Paris Hilton carrying the Bible right before she went to jail. There were lots of paparazzi there, but I was the only one that got the Bible.
Do you think we need stricter laws to keep paparazzi away?
There are already enough laws. We don't need more laws or anti-paparazzi laws or anything else. There are places where celebrities can go to where they know they won't be followed, and places where they know they will be.
For example?
We don't go into restaurants, we don't go into stores, and of course we don't go into people's homes. That's private property. But a beach or a park isn't.
So you don't think that being followed and photographed by the paparazzi is really stressful for celebrities?
I think there are only a few people for whom it's really and truly stressful. I'd say that in most cases, the star not only doesn't mind, but has actually told the paparazzi, "This is where I'm going to be this afternoon."
Fascinating. Thank you very much for coming into the studio. Jennifer Boole, everybody.
Okay, many celebrities work with paparazzi. Yes. There are far more male paparazzis than female. No, he doesn't say that. She doesn't say that. Most celebrities have a favorite paparazzo, paparazzi. No. It's easy for celebrities to avoid paparazzi if they want to, of course. What is the next sentence? Yeah, if celebrities are not photographed, the public becomes less interested in them. And next one. There is no need to have restricted laws to protect people from paparazzi, and there are some places where paparazzi won't go to try and get photographs. Okay, I understand. Very good. And that's it. The last one, being followed by paparazzi is not stressful for most celebrities. Okay, do you want to be a celebrity? Well, you have to be ready. They won't leave you alone. That's it for today. Workbook coming right up. You can download the slides in the description part. And stay tuned for more lessons. I know this one was a little bit boring for me as well, but that's the way it is. See ya.